Hello and welcome to our weekly Gunpla Friday show. Bandai dropped a huge load of new Plamo kit that's coming in Q4 2021. While not a lot of Gunpla kits, there was certainly a lot of Figura Standard 30 minutes mission, 30 minutes sisters, and also Figura Standards, which we'll get to very quickly. Now, first up is a surprising entry grade addition. A new is basically the same kit, but with additional weapons that you did not get on the initial release. So if you missed out on the earlier entry grade, I think you would definitely owe it to yourself to actually get the full weapon set. It's only 1,100 yen, so definitely worth getting with all the additional weapons that we missed out on the first run. The next kit that I'm actually quite interested in is actually the Zaku 2 high grade. So you're probably wondering, oh man, not another Zaku. How many Zaku am I going to see? Well, this Zaku 2 is actually quite interesting because this time around, it actually comes with two sets of side skirts. So you can actually do the one knee posing on the ground just like the Iron Man or the well-known trademark pose of the Zaku. As you can see here, the side skirt is actually made of soft PVC plastic, so it's quite interesting, right? It's focusing a lot more on articulation than the high-grade Zaku before that, so definitely keep an eye out for the particular Zaku. And of course, we already know that the Super Robot Wars high-grade Altizen is coming. 4,400 yen. Definitely a little bit pricey and not a lot of details, and I'm kind of worried there's a lot of empty spaces at the back of some of those parts, so I'm not sure whether that is the original design, but it does seem a little bit plain, so maybe Bandai is sticking towards the original look and design of the Altizen. There were a few surprise announcements by Bandai today, and the first one is actually them getting into the DC license with the launch of Figurized Standard Amplified Batman coming in November 2021. I don't think this is going to be the Batman from the upcoming movie starring that Pattinson chap, but it does look like the Frank Miller or the armored Batman where he fights with Superman. So let me know what you guys think. So I'm actually quite excited that Bandai is getting into DC line. Finally, more Western characters other than just Kamen Rider and also Ultraman. There's also Kamen Rider O's coming out, and to be very frank, I'm actually quite happy with how the overall kit looks like. Proportion wise, it looks amazing, but the biggest thing that I'm happy about is the amount of parts separation for this kit. So you actually get proper part separation for the emblem on the chest. Remember the Kamen Rider Yuki that was launched 1-2 months ago, where you actually got quite a lot of decals for the dragon, and that was quite a disappointment for me, but at least this time around Bandai did us right with proper part separation for Kamen Rider O's. And the other big surprise announcement today was actually the launching of the Trichaser 2000, the bike for Kamen Rider Kuga. So if Bandai is going to release all the bikes for all the protagonist Kamen Rider, I think that will be really awesome, especially when we get the Kamen Rider 5's bikes as well, the Otobajin. So it will remain to be seen if Bandai is going to really release all the bikes for the Kamen Rider's Figura Standard series. While I do appreciate them launching it, the price is actually quite high, close to 4,000 yen. And for those of you who actually built vehicles, Plamo kits before, you know that while it looks great, there is quite a lot of work to make it look amazing. A lot of details that you need to paint, need to gloss over as well. So yeah, it won't be an easy build. So if you're gonna get this kit to accompany your Kamen Rider Kuga, be prepared for a lot more hard work than your traditional Gunpla or other Plamo kits from Bandai. Interesting development this time around for the Figura Standard Ultraman Zophy. We know this kit is already coming, but for the first time you can actually have best of both worlds. So this is an action type Ultraman Zophy. Previously, all the Figura Standard Ultraman you had to pick either assembling the action type or assembling the LED type. But this time around you can actually put in the LED into the action type Ultraman. So this is actually quite an interesting development they have not seen before. So you don't have to buy two separate Zophy to have one with action and one with LED. So that's actually a very welcome change. In terms of Digimon, well, we are also getting the Figura Standard Wargreymon. This is not the amplified version, but the true to anime version of the original character. 2,220 yen, relatively affordable October 2021. So if you guys are not big fans of the crazy detailed amplified version of the Wargreymon, which frankly speaking a lot of you guys actually bought and built last year, this is probably the version that you might want to get, so you don't have to worry about all the panel line details that you have to really work on. There is also the Metal Garurumon coming in at a little bit more expensive at 2,530 yen. This one will be coming in later in the year, in December 2021. So again, a true to a bit more anime accurate version of the character of the Metal Garurumon, and not the standard amplified version that was launched beforehand. So get a hand on this if you guys don't like the amplified version of these previous two characters. Big Tony is finally coming in October 2021 once the anime actually airs in Japan, but I think it'll probably reach us sometime in Q1 2022. This kit is actually a very curious looking kit. The design is also quite odd, and I can't put my finger on it, but costing at close to $52, I would say that this transformable mecha into a vehicle car is going to be quite expensive, and I'm wondering whether in terms of scale and size at 172 scale, how big would this particular kit go. So I'm not really sold on the design yet, but it does have my curiosity at hand so far. Right now, let's talk about 30 minutes mission today. Bandai dropped quite a lot of new add-ons, optional parts, also for the 30 minute sister as well. But let's go on to the new XR vehicle, small mass production. I'm not sure what this particular kit is all about, but it does seem like a SD version of a XR vehicle that is meant to service the 30 minutes mission bot. So I'm not too sure, right? But they're also launching a customized base, which again, it is modular, so you can build a very big cage or base, and it does seem to be quite similar to the Hexagear system that was launched about a year plus ago. So yes, I do think that Bandai is following the steps of the Hexagear line, but albeit at a smaller size and at a cheaper price point as well. The customized weapons fantasy arm set is actually quite interesting. The design of it has a mixture of fantasy and also medieval design theme to it, so it's actually quite interesting, a little bit of steampunk design there as well. So this is the one that I'm actually quite interested to get. There is also a upcoming optional parts for the head. So if you want to customize the head look of your 30 minutes mission kits, well, this one to get, and it's also quite affordable with clear plastic eyes for the head as well. 660 yen, coming in November 2021. I do know that there's quite a big community of 30 minutes mission fans, especially in Philippines, so do share with me what you guys are building at the moment. The two final 30 minutes mission kit announced by Bandai today is actually the Espojit Alpha and the Espojit Beta. Both of them are able to transform into flight mode, but to be very frank, I think you really need to put in a lot of work to make it look a lot sexier. To me, it looks a little bit too bland. Yeah, I do think that you really need to spice it up with a lot of optional parts to make it look good, but at the moment it does look a little bit bland. And for that particular kit that you see on the top left right now, I actually did a quick review on the channel before, so click on the top right now to see that particular review. But for me, the Espojit Alpha and Beta is an easy miss for me right now. Maybe I don't see the potential of how I can customize and make it look better, but yes, if you want a particular kit that you can actually transform into flight mode, the Espojit Alpha and Beta is the one for you to get. They're pretty much the same kit, albeit with different color scheme. Bandai is not letting up on the 30 minute sister series with an additional new sister called the SIS GC69R. So a little bit of cheekiness in terms of the naming convention there by Bandai. I know what you did there, but the Aka Quartet is actually quite interesting because it has a very big backpack that's attached to the back of the Aka Quartet, and also the facial expression this time around is a little bit different from what we have seen before. And I'm just gonna sound off rant a little bit here, but it does seem like the entire 30 minute sister series is becoming a lot more like the Barbie line, right? We are customizing the hair, the body, the colors of the eyes and everything else. Yeah, maybe it's just me, but it does seem like we are playing doll at this point. So I don't really know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I'm sure there's a lot of you who are big fans into 30mm Sisters when it actually launches in Malaysia. And I'm going to rant here a little bit here, right? Because of the lockdown, a lot of kits are getting delayed, getting shipped in Malaysia. So a lot of the kits has been announced almost 1-2 months ago, that's been launched and released and sold in Japan. I have actually yet to see them in stores or even online. So that's actually quite a big disappointment for me. Yeah. Well, okay, that's enough rant. Let's get back to 30mm Sisters. In terms of the kits, the Luluche that's coming out also, I think this is a new color variation, color C, at 2,530 yen. Again, all these kits are coming in October, and I think by the time it reaches our show or your country outside of Japan, you're probably only going to see it maybe sometime in late December or Q1 January 2022. So that's the unfortunate part. At least this time around, I had to say the optional parts for Luluche, which is the additional armor, does look quite interesting. It has the claw-like effect, which I think if you customize it together with the 30 minutes mission part, it might look, you can create something like a animal mecha hybrid. So let me know what you guys think of the 30mm Sisters series. As a big Space Battleship Yamato fan, I'm actually quite happy with this particular new release from Bandai, the new Earth Defense Force Dreadnought upgraded mothership Asuka. 6,000 yen. Yes, it is a little bit expensive, but most of the kits from the Space Battleship Yamato line from Bandai actually comes with water slide decal, so that's a big added bonus. And with this particular kit, it also actually comes with a LED to light up the command center, so very unique. If you're a big fan, you should probably get this. That's coming out sometime in late December 2021. Now, with the anime of 86 yet to be released, or I have not seen it yet so far, so I don't really know much about all these particular kits that's been announced. So Bandai has teased 3 new kits for this particular line 86, and this is the Legion Rave machine. So there are 3 different variations, one with the full missile and long barrel armament, and the other one is just with the blade and the long barrel armament. They actually do look pretty good, and yes, it is quite expensive, close to 4,000 yen for each of them, but in terms of size, they are supposed to be a lot bigger than the earlier machines that were released earlier. And the all-white red design and color variation does seem to be very clean and looks quite clinical, and I actually quite dig them as well. With all the small little additional detail as a dot you can see there, it does make it look quite unique. But the biggest surprise drop today was actually this particular kit, the SD Macross Valkyrie Special Set 1 and 2. Not exactly cheap, 3,300 yen, but I think for most fans of the Macross series, you will know that to collect all these kits in the additional Plamo kits or even their figures, those are actually quite expensive. So this could be a simple entryway into the Macross universe, albeit in an SD form. And SD Macross kits are ain't exactly new. I think Bandai or some other brands have released them many years ago, but I suppose this is a new refresh look for this particular kit. I'm just wondering whether the decals is going to come in proper decals, or will you actually get water slide decals? So that's going to be the biggest worry for me for this 2 particular set, but they do look pretty good on the SD form, I have to say. And Bandai has also announced 2 new Pokemon model kits. The first one, I don't really know much about Pokemon, I'm going to be very honest here, is the Gardevoir at 1,330 yen. Relatively affordable and easy to assemble, so if you have young kids in your family, they will probably love the Pokemon kits from Bandai. But the one that I think most of you will probably buy is actually the Mimikyu, coming in at only 750 yen. Very cheap, something that you want to post right next to the Pikachu, which I think if you're a Pokemon fan, you will get the relevance of them side by side. So go and check it out. It's coming out in October 2021. Again, probably reaches in late Q4 or early 2022. And we always save the most expensive item at the end of the video, and this time around is the Real Grade EVA Regular Practical Type 3, and including the ESV Shield set 6 6,600 yen. One of the most expensive items today, and I'm really glad that it is not a premium Bandai. So for this to be a regular release, I think all of you can breathe a sigh of relief. Of course, the biggest draw for this particular kit is the ESV shield. I think most of you will want to get this. There is a lot of gimmicks in the shield, and then of course, this being a real grade, you will get some very awesome pass separation and gimmicks as well. Not forgetting, surprise drop today, Bandai also announced there's going to be a water slide decal for the real grade series. So if you missed that out, or you've been using third party and you wanted to use something a bit more official, yeah, you can check out the official water slide decal from Bandai. So that's all for today, folks. Quite a lot of new Plamo kits being announced by Bandai, and I'm sorry for you to hear me rambling about for 10 plus minutes, but there is actually quite a lot released by Bandai today for Q4 2021. So I hope you guys stay safe. I'll see you guys down in the comment section below. You know what you need to do. If you love the video, give me a like, share, and if you're new to our channel, hey, please consider subscribing to our channel. I'll see you guys in the comment section soon. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.